Hello everyone, I am Dattatranikam. Welcome you all on our channel eFunda for new day, new topic. And our today's topic is instrumentation and electrical interface. And if you are new to our channel, then please visit to our channel eFunda and watch all the videos created related to various topics of engineering and publish them as a playlist. And if you are new to our channel, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press bell icon to get the latest notification on upload of our new video on our channel eFunda. Also, eFunda team has created option for joining the membership for eFunda channel. You have to just click on the join button to get the details of each membership and their category along with their benefits and many other associated benefits with this membership. So let's begin with our today's topic, that is instrumentation and electrical interface. Introduction to instrumentation and electrical interface. In many industrial settings, the instrumentation and control, that is the IC discipline, closely interfaces with the electrical department to ensure seamless operation of various systems and processes. This collaboration is a critical for the proper functioning of a control systems, electrical power systems, and instrumentation related equipment. As instrumentation and control and electrical departments often collaborate with the IC department, focusing on the design, installation and maintenance of the systems for measuring and controlling the processes, while electrical focuses on power distributions and related subsystems. One can refer to the pictures where one can see the details of interfaces and the installations of all those associate system or equipments or components. Shared responsibilities and independence. Both disciplines are crucial for the safe and efficient operation of industrial plants and power stations. Second, IC engineers rely on electrical systems for their power and communication, while electrical engineers needs IC systems for monitoring and control purpose. They often work together on a project, sharing a responsibility for the design, installation, commissioning, and maintenance of the equipments related to the plant. This is how the introduction are covered briefly for interface between instrumentation and electrical discipline. Specific areas of a collaboration between instrumentation and electrical disciplines are going to see one by one. There are various aspects are involved. We will see one by one. First is the power distribution. Electrical engineers design and implement the power distribution infrastructure, while IC engineer ensures the proper operation of the instruments and a control system that rely on the power supplied through the electrical systems. One can refer to the picture where the power distribution systems are shown, where the grid are connected to the plant for supply. Second is the control system. IC engineers design and implement control systems such as PLC, DCS, which regulates the processes, often requiring electrical power and communication network provided by the electrical department. One can refer to the another picture where the operator is monitoring on the control system engineering station and operator workstations, where they can monitor and see the operation of a plant. Third, instrumentation. IC engineer select, install and maintain the sensors and instrument that measures various parameters such as temperature, pressure, flow, level, etc., which are often requires electrical connections and a power. One can refer to the same picture where in the background one can refer to the plant where the various lighting systems are provided for visibility purpose into the plant. Also the power is being used for the power to the powering to the devices and equipments and instruments, where the operator can see the interface between plant to the operator onto the screen. Fourth, safety systems. Both disciplines are involved in the designing and implementing safety systems such as a fire detection and a shutdown systems, ensuring that the plant operates safely. There are facility-wise the changes are being made with respect to the safety systems as per the specifications. However, for simplicity purpose, one can refer to the deck where the solenoid tongue switch, inductive loop, safety light curtain, rope E, pull E stop, trapped key interlock, safety system monitoring and a control panel, magnetic interlock, push button e-stop, rotary interlock, safety light curtain, safety pressure mat, etc. are being used. Typical interface between instrumentation and control discipline along with the electrical department. We will see the detail one by one. First is the power supply for instrument equipment. Electrical department is responsible for providing and maintaining the electrical power supply to all the instrument equipment. One can refer to the below pictures where one can see the wiring is done to provide the power supply to the respective equipment as well as the control module inside the control panel. Instrumentation systems such as a sensor, transmitter and a controller rely on a stable and a reliable power to function. The electrical department ensures that the proper voltage, current and power distributions are available inside the cabinet. IC engineer may collaborate with the electrical to select power transformer, UPS supply systems and power distribution panel, that is a PDPs. One can refer to the second picture where the details of the control panels are shown, where the IO modules, dedicated power supply to the CPUs and FFTDUs, that is a fan failure temperature detection unit, where the power supply is segregated and given to the respective units for continuous monitoring of the cabinet health. Second, control system integration. Electrical engineers are often involved in the setup and maintenance of a control panel and a distribution board, which are crucial for power distributions of a control system. One can refer to the first picture where the interface points are associated shown with the software development, control system design, HMI design, installation and on-site commissioning, maintenance and a support contract, troubleshooting and onshore support and retrofitting. These are the activities are being done. Second, instrumentation and control engineers design, configure and maintain the control systems such as PLCs, DCS, SCADA systems, which are powered and connected to the electrical systems for data collections, processing and actuation. One can refer to the layer structure and the technology is being used shown into the architecture figure, where the starting from the field, then it is going to the local panel where PLC, RTU and HMIs are connected. Then the communication is being done through the GPRS, internet, radio, satellite, OPC and VPN, and further it is connected to the supervisory where the technology is a SCADA, where the database and the modem are being used as an architectural part for the interface or integration of the control system. Communication and a signal routing between electrical systems like motor, driver, actuator, etc. and the control systems like PLC or SCADA often required joint collaboration between the two disciplines. Three, a grounding and earthing system. First, electrical engineer handles the grounding and earthing of an electrical system, but they must also ensure that instrumentation systems are properly grounded to avoid electrical interference and damage to the sensitive equipment. One can refer to the earthing figure where one can see the details. IC engineers will often work with the electrical engineer to ensure that the grounding system is designed to minimize the noise and voltage fluctuations that could affect the accuracy of the measurement of the instrument. In a first figure where electric system without earthing is shown, one phase secondary distribution transformer, that is live wire, and the neutral wire are connected to electric equipment, and then person is standing where the fault current passes through the human body, and which is fault current is connected to the grounding. Earthing system with earthing, one phase secondary distribution of a transformer, live wire and neutral are connected to the electric equipment, and then the fault current passes through the earthing going to the grounding. This is called the real grounding. To summarize the distinction between earthing, grounding and bonding, we'll see one by one. Earthing, that is a grounding, establishes a direct connection to the earth to safety or safely dissipate fault current and prevent electrical shock. One can refer to the ungrounded and grounded concept. Grounding provides a stable electrical reference point for equipment and a system to ensure a reliable operation and minimize interferences. Bonding ensures electrical continuity between conductive material to prevent potential difference that could lead to hazards or equipment damage. First configuration, that is ungrounded, where the main equipments are shown, that is a washing machine and power supply, where the electric panels are shown, then the circuit breakers are placed, then the main bonding jumper shown with a green color connected to the grounding electrode systems are further passed to the hot, and the neutral, that is live and neutral, are connected, and a human provides the path for dangerous ground fault current. Then grounding concept, where the similar arrangement is shown, but further the difference is that when the proper grounding is done, that means whatever the equipment grounding conductor is there which will pass through the grounding systems connected to the main bonding jumper, and it will lead down to the grounding, where equipment grounding conductor provides path for a dangerous ground fault current. This is how the electrical helps us to give us the grounding and earthing for electrical and instrumentation system. Fourth, hazardous area classification. In plants or industries with a hazardous environment, example petrochemical, oil and a gas, both the IC and electrical discipline needs to collaborate on selecting appropriate explosion proof or intrinsically safe equipment for instrumentation. Electrical engineer select appropriate electrical components like explosion proof enclosures, while IC engineers select devices that can safely operate in such areas. For better understanding, one can refer to the below pictures where IEC and NEC classifications are shown. Zones and divisions are shown, where one can see the tank where the liquid is passes through the pipe and a valve, and the zone 0 is shown, which is the vent, and the outside area where zone 1 marking is done, and zone 2 is the safe area, which is the complete outside border of that particular system is denoted. Similarly to the divisions, same concept, where the tank and the vent, that is a gas, is shown there, that falls under a division 1, and complete entire system is shown in a cloud marking or radius marking, that is into the division 2. This is how the classifications are made for area, and the selection of instruments by IC engineer is done in accordance with the area classification provided by electrical team. Fifth, signal communication and interface. First, instrumentation system often communicates with other equipment using various electrical signal such as a 4 to 20 milliamps, 0 to 10 volt, or digital protocols like Modbus or Profibus. This is how the instrumentation gets connected with the system with the help of identified signal. Second, both electrical and IC engineer need to collaborate on the proper routing, installation and troubleshooting of these signal lines to ensure accurate data transmission and reliable controls are provided. Sixth, motor and actuator control. The electrical department is responsible for selecting, installing and maintaining motors and actuator which are used in a mechanical system. The IC department interface with this electrical component to integrate motor control, example through PLC control, and ensures that the system responds as expected based on the process variable. Mainly this motor and actuator control is help to interface with the electrical systems where the motors pumps are used and the actuator with the help of the signal coming from the controller with the help of the process variable values received at the operator side inside the control room, and accordingly the controls are being provided or it is designed accordingly. 7. Maintenance and troubleshooting. Both departments must work closely during the maintenance phase to diagnose and resolve the problem, such as a malfunction in a control loop where both electrical faults, examples broken connections or power failure, and the instrumentation fault, example sensor failure or loss of a signal, may need to be addressed simultaneously so as to get better maintained and efficient system. 8. Safety and compliance. Both disciplines must ensure that the safety standards are being met, such as IEC 61508 and IEC 61511, which is mainly for functional safety, and NFPA 70 NEC, which ensures that electrical and control systems are safely integrated and complied with the industry regulation for interface with the control systems for smooth operation of the plant. Whereas IC engineers may design safety instrumented system, that is a SIS, while electrical engineer ensures the electrical infrastructure meets the safety requirement stipulated for such system as per the project specifications. Ninth, testing and commissioning. During the commissioning phase of a project, both electrical and IC engineers collaborate to test, integrate and verify that the system are integrated properly, functioning correctly, which mainly include confirming the power supply are intact, control signal and a correct operation of the field instrumentations are being done and tested. IC engineer may also calibrate instrument and test the control loop, while electrical engineer verify the proper electrical connection and performance of the supplied power. Last one is the 10th, that is a coordination on a system upgrade. While upgrading or expanding any of the electrical and IC engineer must collaborate on ensuring that the new instrumentation and control systems are compatible with the electrical infrastructure and vice versa. This is how the specific areas of a collaboration are required between instrumentation and electrical disciplines to ensure smooth, efficient and reliable controlled operation of any petrochemical, chemical, oil and gas facilities. With this, we are concluding on our today's topic. Thanks for watching our channel eFunda, where you will get to know the fundamentals. So that is our tagline, get your fundamentals right, where we do identify the needs, then we evaluate the need, then define plan for a particular need, and then accordingly execute the plan. This is what we are creating our technical videos so that it will help every individual to get their fundamentals right. And if you are new to our channel, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press bell icon to get the latest notification on upload of our new video on our channel eFunda. Also, you can follow us on our Instagram page and do follow our Facebook page as well. So keep watching our channel eFunda for new day, new topic.